I'm going to show you how to do the main quest Easter egg in Terminus, get your quest rewards. So it's a pretty complicated one, but I'm going to show you like not only how to do it, but one of the simplest ways to do it in a low round, hot, with good weapons and strategies for how to fight the boss, along with just how to get there. So the first thing I want to mention is go to weapons, go to loadout. So there's two good choices. Now you can try to do this with anything you want. My personal recommendation though is if you don't have any guns leveled up, just get the LR762. And if you have it leveled up, that's great. Put a rapid fire trigger on it. But otherwise, you're going to want to use the pistols and the GS45. If you have that leveled up to max, you can get the Akimbo mod, which gives you dual wielding of that. Those are like the two best guns. But if you don't have either, then just go with the LR762. And again, if you happen to have it leveled up, get the rapid fire. Then for tactical and lethal, you want smoke for the tactical and you want C4 for the lethal. Both these are going to be used for good purpose. We'll actually be crafting a smoke at one point as well. And then gobblegums, that's up to you. I try to just do things without gobblegums, so that way it's no RNG. It's just show you how to do it consistently. Now, augments. Now, under the augments, the most important thing, if you happen to have them or you want to get them before doing this, is you would want to research Juggernog and get the turtle shell. This is by far the most important thing that you can have if you have it, because it makes defusing the bombs way easier, which we'll see here in a little bit when I talk about that later. But that's something that's amazing. If you get hit in the back, it does shield damage only and not health damage. Massive. But you have to buy the Juggernog during the game in order to get it. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and get into it, and you'll see why we use all these things and how to do every step of this. When you first get in the match, there's some stuff going on over here. You're going to want to kill these guys and then just grab any of the basic guns that drop from one of them. I don't know why this guy's not dying. As your secondary, just in case you need another gun. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hang out in here, and you're going to want to just farm up points here. You don't really have to go around the map just yet. We need to get all three of these amp generators turned on. We need to go ahead and get to the lab. So other than that, it's just playing safe. You can put on the Rampage Inducer to speed it up, but I personally recommend just, if you're not in a hurry, slow and steady, just do it normally without the Rampage Inducer. Last thing you want to do is accidentally use your self-revive, and if so, it's just going to set you back super far. But let's just go ahead and farm for a little bit. I'm going to try to get a bunch more points, and then we'll move on to the next stuff. Once you have a bunch of points, you can go ahead and move on through the rest of the level and start getting through all the amp generators. The second amp generator is right here on the map. Just go ahead and turn that on and defend it. Third amp generator is underground. You have to go to the bottom right of the map or wrap around left or right to get to the bottom, coming through a mine. So let's go ahead and defend this one. Once the power's turned back on, you're going to jump off over this way to the south. In here, there's this thing, and go ahead and turn it on now that the power's on. If you have enough money, you're going to want to go ahead and upgrade whatever your preferred weapon is with Pack-a-Punch. So the LR762 or the G whatever pistol, or whatever gun you were trying to use. And then, for this one, the reason it's so good, it does explosive damage. We really need the PhD flopper, but we'll survive for now. We need to get dead wire on whichever gun, any gun, but we'll go ahead and upgrade the main gun with it for now. Then we're going to head back to this lift. I don't know what I just hit. We're going to go back to this lift, and we're going to go ahead and turn it on again. This will take us up a little bit. And what we're going to do now is there's a bunch of boxes we got to shoot. So there's one over here. There's one right here. And then there's one over here. We got to hit this one first. So there's this right here. That'll put the power to here. So then you hit that. Put the power to this. Hit that. Now we're up on the second floor again. So now what we got to do is we have to run down to this building over here where the second amp generator was. And now there's this one lit up. And then this one. Which will open up this lab. So we're right here on the map. And then we're going to shoot this guy. He'll drop the EMF fob. Then what we're going to do is we're going to head over this way. And over here, there's an item that we're going to need to get. So in the back side of this room, there's this thing. You're going to open it up and get this multiphasic resonator. Now, if you're using the LR762, now is a good time if you get the money to get this PhD flopper. It's right here on the map on the bottom floor. Go ahead and get that so that you can shoot the ground without injuring yourself. It helps an insane amount. So try to get it down to just one zombie left. Then you're going to go right here on the map. There's this laptop. Press your interact key to interact with it. It'll light up. Then after that, we're going to grab 2 more laptops. The next one we're going to do is right here by the stamina up, just outside. Stamina up's in there. It's right here. Go ahead and interact with that. The next one's by the quick revive, just outside the building. There's this laptop right over here. Then after you do all those, go back to the lab that we unlocked over here. And inside of here, there will be a puzzle to do. So we're going to go up to this machine, interact with it. then what we can do is we can interact with it again, and these notes will appear. Now, the thing is, here's the trick that's amazing. Open this up to put the code in, and just sit here, and no zombies will come and attack you. And you have all the time in the world to do the puzzle, and everything's in view. So what happens here, I guess you can see my mouse here. So what happens here is X, Y, and Z will be randomized symbols, and that'll change what answer you get in this equation. Now, if you don't know algebra, or you don't want to do math, then just go to the top stairs right where you started the game, and there's the 2 doctors behind the glass. You can just pay 5,000 points to buy the code from them, and it'll appear on a monitor. But I'm going to show you how to actually solve the code. So say X, this symbol, there's this like plus sign with the darker in the middle and then the white on the top and the bottom. If you look over on the left on that chart, it's the bottom right symbol. So what happens is the bottom right symbol is there's a 2 and a 0. So it's in the row of 2, column of 0. All it is you take the number on the left first, and then the bottom number, and that's the number. So in this case, bottom right, that's 2 on the left, and then 0 below it. So it's 20. It's 20. It's 20. So this first number is 2x plus 11. So it's 2 times 20, which is 40, plus 11, which is 51. So then this first number is 51. Then for y, in this particular, yours will be different every time, but this is the strategy. You just got to look at these and do the math. So y is a black circle next to white circle on the right. That's the middle symbol over on the left. That's a 1 and a 1. There's 1 on the left and 1 below it. That means 11. So we have 11. And then z is black on top of white, which is the one next to it, which is a 1 on the left and a 0. So this one's 10. So we have 11 for this symbol and 10 for the symbol to the right of it. So y was 11. So we have here 2z plus y. So it's 2z plus 11. And then we got 2z. So z was 10. So 2 times 10 is 20. So 20 plus 11. If you don't know math, you got to do what's inside parentheses first. So 20 plus 11, that's 31. And then you subtract 5 afterwards. So 31 minus 5 is 26. So we're going to go ahead and move this down to 26. Then the last one is y plus z minus x. So y was over here as 1 and 1, so that's 11. Z was 10, so we add 10 plus 11, that's 21. And then we take x away from it. So x was 20. And I've already lost my math in my head. So it was 11 plus 10 was 21. And then, oh, it kicks you out after a while. So if it kicks you out, you got to go do another wave. We just about had it solved. Once another wave starts, you can put the code in again. So again, I had 51 in my case. It was 26. And then the last one was y plus z, so 11 plus 10 minus this one, which is 20, so that leaves us with just 1. 21 minus 20 should be 1, unless I did this wrong. Also, this is on absolute value. All this is an absolute value, so if this brings up a negative, just take the negative away. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then it'll start doing a calibration thing. Now, if you did this during a wave, all the zombies will come outside and group up for some reason right here, which lets you kill, like, the next wave for free if you have a full wave to kill. If you did it right, the machine will be doing all this stuff. You'll see this red thing moving around. It's calibrating right now. So what you'll do now is just go clear waves until you hear some female robot voice tell you the calibration's complete, or you can just check it every round until it's done. Now's also a good time as any to go run around and get some of the upgrades. Ideally, you're going to get Juggernog, Stamina, and PhD Flopper at a minimum. If you're using the LR762, though, there's a Speed Cola on the bottom floor to the bottom left, around where I am right now, but on the bottom floor. And Speed Cola is super good for the LR762 because it makes the bolt action part of it go faster, and the reload, too. Okay, multiphasic resonator calibrated, so now you head back to it and grab this multiphasic resonator. Also, it shows you the location of an island you need to go to, but you don't need to worry. As far as I'm aware, it's the same order every time, and I'll show you which ones to go to. So you're going to go to right here on the map, and there's this right here. You can pay 500 points to summon a boat. And then you can get on this boat, and the first island's going to be to your left. So you're just going to turn it around immediately and head over this way to this island. So it's right here to the east, northeast. And right on it, you'll see this glowing thing. So you're just going to stop your boat somewhere nearby. I don't like to take mine close to land with the 762 because I might be blowing it up. And then you press interact key, so it's F on keyboard, and I forget what it is on controller in order to interact. And then it starts up this thing where the zombies come, and there's a wave defense basically mixed with your normal wave. And the random zombies will turn into like these powered up ones. And you're gonna, if you kill the powered up ones, they'll drop like a blue thing on the ground, and you can pick it up and carry it back to the sphere, Or you can just kill the powered up zombie when it's right near the sphere and it'll auto put it in, which is kind of the easier way to do it. I'm waiting for it to do one, but I guess I'll just skip it. There we go. Okay, so this guy's glowing blue. Now, the easiest way is just lure him over and then kill him when he's on top of it. Otherwise, you got to pick it up and carry it over, and you can't run while carrying it, which can make it pretty difficult. All right, after doing 2 zombies, then it'll be done, and pick up your multiphasic resonator again. You can see where it went, or you can just, you know, go where I say, which is to the southern island now. It's just going to be on the southern island. All right, so once you get there, as you come up from right here, you'll see this the green orb. Now you're just going to go ahead and do the same thing. You only have to get 2 of the zombie essence things into the portal in order to do it, and then we're going to do 1 more afterwards. So just go up to it and interact to put the multiphasic resonator in it, and repeat. Once you get 2 in there, don't forget to pick up the multiphasic resonator and head to the next island, which is the one to the top left up here. Once you get to the 3rd island, it's just rinse and repeat the same thing. Go over, stick your multiphasic resonator in it, and then get 2 more of the powered up zombies into the portal. After you finish this 3rd one, instead you'll get an amp munition. Now go ahead and get back on your boat and head back to that lab we unlocked in the middle of the map by the Juggernog. Once you get back to the lab, you just go to the back right now and hold the interact key to craft. So craft a beam smasher, and then you can use that in order to fight your way back out of the room. Just make sure you drop your correct gun, because you don't want to leave your good gun behind. Now that you have the beam smasher, there's 4 tentacle traps you need to do. Well, up to 4. So right here's one of them. You interact with this, these things appear, and you literally just spray them with the beam smasher a little bit. And if they don't drop anything, then go to other ones. Now, luckily, I got the hard drive first try, but we're trying to get a hard drive. The other tentacle traps, there's another one up here, right by the start of the game. The other 2 are down in the lab in both of the entrances to, like, leave or exit the lab. So one on the right side, one on the bottom left side towards the caves where the speed cola is. All right, after you get the hard drive, though, you're going to go back to the start of the game up here and go up to this and interact with it in order to put it in there. So that'll give them the hard drive. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to here, right by this place. There's a bunch of numbers we need to get. So first one's right over here on the map. There's this clock here. And if you don't know how clock, you can pause right here while looking at it. Most people know how clocks work, just in case. The small hand is in front of whatever number it is. So, like, it's past the 8. It goes in, like, this kind of circle, okay? By the way, this one says 8 p.m. It's 8:20 something, so it's 8. So this first number is 8. Then after that, you're going to go out here. There's a building right over here. You're going to jump down right here. Inside this first door right here, there's a card right here. This is the next number, so 4 in this case. It'll be different each time, but mine's 4 right now, so... that's 8 and then 4. The last number, you're just going to run through this building where the Juggernog is. So that's this area on the map. The other one is over there. So inside this building over here by the crafting table, there's this and has a number. So we have 5 on that. So it's 8, 4, and then 5. Now you're going to head back down into the main area. My map does not want to load. But anyway, down in the main area, like the 3rd area, 3rd amp generator. And over here, you can go over to this machine and interact with it in order to put a code in. I better kill these zombies first, though. So this machine, I don't know why my map's not loading, but this machine in the under area, you go up to it and you put in that code. So in my case, it was 845, I think, and then that will unlock it. So after some dialogue and stuff, you can go over to any of these handles. Now, if you have multiple people, they all need to come and turn these handles. There will be no button to interact with it, but you just hit the interact button, you hold it, and it'll turn the handle. It'll start a boss fight. So because it's a boss fight, before you do, I highly recommend hitting a power spike. So power spike for me right now would be I get 15,000 points and I can pack a punch level 2 on my sniper rifle, and then I'll be able to I'll be at a power spike where I'm really strong relative to what waves and stuff I'm on, and that'll help a lot. So once you hit your power spike, I just got pack a punch level 2 on my sniper, my LS762. Then go ahead and turn one of those handles. It'll start a boss fight. Now what I recommend doing for this boss fight is running around the outside. It doesn't matter which direction you go. Just make sure this platform is down. If it's up, go ahead and, you know, hit a button and bring it down. But after that, what you're going to do is you're just going to rotate around the outside, and you're going to kill the enemies that are chasing you. And by doing it this way, you should hopefully not get overwhelmed by enemies. If there's any in front of you, clear them first. And then when you have chances, you also clear the ones behind you. And if you ever get overwhelmed, you just jump off the side down into the water and quickly swim up to a platform and get back up. So there'll be this boss guy chasing you named Nathan. He's basically just an amalgam. And you're just going to run and slide and turn and shoot, and then run and slide and turn and shoot, however you want to do it. And just rotate around. Anything's in your way, you kill it. You just keep turning around and shooting them. and you'll very slowly get through this boss fight. If you run out of ammo at any point, there is ammo over here on the side. I don't know why. I think my map's broken for this entire playthrough, but yeah. There's over on the west side of the room, there's an ammo thing. And there's also one on the, I think it's east side, but on the like the bottom floor. Also, ammo randomly drops from some of the mobs here, which also helps. All right, once you kill him, it'll do a cutscene. You can hold space to skip it. I don't know what you hold on controller to skip it. And then afterwards, you're immediately going to jump off to the right and look straight down. So here to the south-southwest, there's this thing now, a key card. It's right here on the map. So now you have that. So now we're going to go over to this vehicle vendor over here. And we're going to go ahead and get a boat from inside of here. It doesn't have to be inside here. You can go to a different boat. So now you can get out of this lab over here. And we need to go out to the downed ship over here on the map, to the bottom left side of the map. It's actually right at, when you come out here, it's literally right in front of you. So if you go in this, there's an underside that's hollowed out. You can go into here, and now that you have the key card, you can stop right here, and you can climb this you can climb this ladder. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but you can climb this. Okay, well, this is just a disaster. You need to climb that ladder. All right, so as I was saying, you can climb this ladder, and you can go over here, and you can take one of these. And once you do, it starts a weird little wave thing. Now, this is where it's nice having the LR762. If you have something else, it's going to be a lot harder. But with the LR762 or those explosive pistols, you can just sit here in the corner by them and just shoot at the ground in front of you in order to kill anything. It gets really easy. And if you have that turtle augment for the Juggernaut, you can also just turn around while reloading, and then that'll make it so you don't have to die while reloading. That'll do damage to the armor. And then you can just shoot at your feet after reloading, and then you'd be good to go. So you're pretty much good no matter what. The main thing here is after you kill enough of these, then it will stop, and you want to immediately grab the thing off the table and leave, or else you'll end up fighting a normal wave. And a normal wave will come in here just like all at once, and you'll have so many on you. And if you're at a later wave, you could have an amalgam or I can't remember the name of the other one suddenly. The other thing, Mangler. All right, so after it's done, you grab one of these if you haven't already. Oh boy, I might just die here. Okay, and then you're gonna get out of here and get on the tactical raft. If you did it right, you'll see that on your back is this big tube thing. So there's 3 locations we need to check. We need to put 2 of these tube things into these pipes. So the first one is right here. You can go right here and you can just look at it. Now in my case, it already has something in it, so we're good on that one. The next one to check is going to be over here. Also, something to make that last part easier, you could get down to where your wave only has like a few enemies left before you go do it. And then that way at the end you don't get swarmed by like 500 enemies like that and almost die. So you can't sprint with this thing on your back, but we check this one over here. If you find any that don't that have one, I mean, then you know the other 2 don't have it, because there's only 3 of these pipes to check. So one of them was underneath that tower thing I was just looking at a second ago, but I got to clear a bunch of enemies before I can even do it. Also, if you have to drop the canister, most of the time it'll end up just disappearing, and you'll have to go back to the boat in order to grab it again. So I'm gonna head down here, and I think the canister disappeared. No, it's actually still, if you drop it but go too far away, then it'll disappear. But yeah, I can go ahead and grab it. And then right over here, there's this thing. We can just hold the button and repair it. And then we're good to go. Afterwards, you're going to get back on your boat, and you're going to go back to that shipwreck, and you're going to climb back up, and there'll be another one on the table, and you're going to grab that one as well. If you're on multiplayer, this works a little differently, but it's similar concept. All right, so now we're going to grab it and drop down into the boat and then head back to the same place. So now from here, so we're in this invisible place on the map. The map won't load. Okay, from right here, we're going to head up this way. And we're going to head over to here. You might have to blow this open if you haven't already. We're trying to go where the speed cola is. So just stay on the right and just follow the right wall. That will lead you over into here. And here's where the 3rd pipe is. We're going to go ahead and repair this one as well. All right, so now we're good on that step. So now we're getting close to the final steps. So now's as good a time as any in order to do a few Easter eggs that help out. So first one we're going to do here is in the lab down here. You're going to go over to this area up here by the above the Melee Macchiato. Back here is this 2. You're going to throw a C4 on this thing. So with that C4 placed, you're going to go right around here on the map by the Juggernaut. And then you're going to clear the wave. So ideally, you're going to be almost done with the wave. You're going to make sure they're all here, so just kind of wait around, make sure that the last stragglers are here. And then you're going to... I still have like 4 total, so I need to wait for them all. But the thing is, I'm going to clear these stragglers, and then I have a small amount of time with one of my guns to try to hit a basketball. So we got that. Now we're going to get up on this thing. We're going to jump, and we're going to try to hit this basketball up here. Very hard to hit with a sniper. There, I hit it. So that'll do this thing over here. It'll put all these on the ground. Now, there used to be a way you could use a shotgun to get more than this at a time, but this is all we're going to be able to get now because they patched it. So what you're going to do now is those will stay on the ground for a little bit, and hopefully they're the same as normal. I haven't tested this too much, but now you're going to run around for a second and get a bunch of zombies out, and then once you get towards a decent amount out, you're going to detonate a C4. And then it should hopefully give you... I don't think it detonated my other one, but it's supposed to detonate the one underground. I think I had 2, so I might have messed it up. Oh, no, it did drop the 2. Okay, so I have a 2x right there, because that was the 2x from below. I'm going to grab that, and then I'm going to grab all these. Try to grab all these. I'm not going to be able to do it right now with this many zombies around. But I have a 2x now. I'm just going to get a bunch of free points with the 2x. And then, wow, I got another 2x. So, in my case, I got double 2x, so I can clear another wave and grab another 2x, clear another wave, and then I'll get a giant burst of money, which is super nice. All right, so the next thing to do is go up back. I don't know why my map is so broken. Right up here on the map, you go over here, and once you do, it'll start some dialogue, so it's best to just have one enemy. You just got to run around till the AI is done talking to them. Once they're done talking, there will be this near a hacking device. Go ahead and grab that, and now head back to a boat. So there are 3 buoys with satellite dishes on them. The first one is going to be over here. What you'll do is you go next to it and just slow down and then look at it and press F while the boat's driving by. And that's going to be the easiest way to get them. So once you get the first one, you got to go fast. So that one was right here. Now we're going to head up to this island over here by the arsenal. Yeah, so the next buoy's up here. So again, the same thing. You're just going to line up to one side and then slow down. And then when it goes past, you just press and hold interact key. So it's F on keyboard and just hold it. Hack it. All right, get back on the boat, and now we're going to head down to the south of that shipwreck. Now I'm right here on the map. I'm going to go ahead and slide past this next buoy. Oh, that's not... All right, well, got to go back in for another take at it, because somehow I got back in the boat. There we go. All right, and now we're good to go for the next step. So now what we're going to do is get back on the boat, and we're going to head into this underground area. I'm going to run into a wall here. Okay. So we're going to head in over right here. You can get in back in here into the lab. And now you have bombs that you need to defuse. So if you come in here fast, you'll have a little bit of time before she does it. Now, one thing that can help a lot is smoke grenades. If you only have one, then go ahead and quickly run up here to this part of the lab. There's a crafting table here. Go to tactical and then get another smoke grenade or get multiple smoke grenades. And then you'll go down here, and now there's a few tips for this. So you don't have to do it all in one go for these bombs. You can do it in multiple goes, but what you can do is throw a smoke near one, and then go over to it and start defusing it. And if you have that turtle thing, you can turn your back to the enemies, but you don't have to do it all at once. You can just do it in little bursts like that, and then run around. Also, getting level 3 armor would be good here. There's a level 3 armor in here. And just make sure you have that platform down, which I do not have down right now. That'll make it a lot easier because you'll have more ways to run around the outside. But I'm going to go ahead and grab the armor. So the armor is up to the north side of this room. So right up here. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab it for safety reasons. It's better than getting bursted down. Now we have another one of these bombs up here. Or it's actually not up here. Well, it was up here, but it was underside. So basically the strategy here is to just rotate around the outside and just do random do a bunch of twists and have enemies start beating on you. Also, I'm just getting this real fast. Do a few twists and then have the enemies start hitting you, and then just go on to the next bomb and just kind of repeat. So you'll see now on this cycle, I'm just going to go ahead and show a longer clip here for this. So we can go down here. If I have a smoke, I could throw it here just for extra time, and then I can just defuse this for a while. And then once the enemies start hitting me, I could, take a few hits and then look down with the LR and shoot at my feet. If the smoke goes well, though, the smoke will last long enough for you to defuse it. But sometimes you use the smoke and they just run through and beat you up anyway. But smokes can help a lot. But yeah, so you just run through, and you'll see over here when I get over to this one, that... Oh, that is not the gun I thought I had out. Oh, it actually didn't keep the progress. Or I don't know if I did any progress, actually. But anyway, now I'm just going to go ahead and fight my way out of here, though. Yeah, once you finish defusing, it should kill all the enemies and stuff. And then you should be good to go. And so now you've done everything except for the boss fight. So now there's going to be a door, I think, yeah, right over here on this bottom floor. And now you can enter it whenever you want to start the final boss fight, which I would not recommend doing just yet. You're going to want to go ahead and get all the power-ups you want. And you're also going to want to get armor level 3 if you didn't get it. And you're going to want to get Pack-a-Punch level 3 on your gun. And if you end up with enough salvage at the right wave, then you're going to go ahead and get your gun to legendary as well at the arsenal. As for ammo mods, you're going to pick whichever one you prefer. Depends on which ones you've upgraded with augment research. I like to get brain rot, but it's only because I have this upgrade will charm enemies and can help a lot. But you can also get napalm for just more damage or the electricity. Or whatever you think. Also, I'm going to craft mutant injection instead of upgrading my weapon to legendary. If you don't get a mutant injection, it'd be better to do that. Or you can just go to wait till a later wave. In my case, I'd rather just get in before wave 25. So I'm going to upgrade my gun to Pack-a-Punch level 3. I'm also going to grab stamina up. I guess I got to clear one other wave. So if I'm going to clear... Well, I don't have to clear a whole wave. I don't want to go in for wave 25. So I'm just going to clear part of a wave and then get the stamina up and the Deadshot Daiquiri in the bottom left. I'm going to grab the stamina up. I don't have enough money to get the Deadshot Daiquiri before round 25, so I'm just going to skip it on mine. Getting critical damage isn't a huge deal on this boss, in my opinion, as long as you can just hit him, you know, fairly quickly. Now make sure that you got everything upgraded however you want. Make sure you've got enough ammo and stuff, and then you're going to go ahead and start the boss fight. So now I'm going to have some longer clips here to try to explain the flow of this. Just go up to that interact. I'm not going to clear this wave because hopefully that'll keep it at wave 24, which I think might make the boss weaker. I was told 25 is an interval for the bosses, I think. That makes them stronger. So there's a whole cutscene here. Once this loads in, I'm going to skip the cutscene. Before I skip the cutscene, that's what I say. We're going to rotate around either clockwise or counterclockwise until the later waves, basically. So we're going to skip this. The thing is, do not stay in front of him. He's going to slam the ground wherever he is. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep shooting them. There's tentacles here that come around, and you can shoot them in that yellow thing and eventually destroy them. You want to just keep moving, though, and keep crouch sliding in order to stay mobile, because you don't want to get slammed by the boss. So wherever he comes out, you just don't want to stay in front of him. If he gets the slam on you like that, if he slams you like that, it'll just one-shot you. So you'll just go down. So just go ahead and stay, you know, around the outside. Just keep moving. You can destroy tentacles. You can destroy the enemies. You can shoot at the boss. You kind of alternate between them all and just keep rotating around. The enemies also give a normal amount of money or points, and there is an ammo crate on the side that you came in from. So if you need any ammo, you can just go ahead and get it easily. After shooting them in the shoulders, you can get one of these red things to appear. They're weak spots. You can get double damage on them. So be sure to shoot those to speed it up. So after you do enough damage, he'll go under the water, and it'll now just be normal enemies. And you're just going to rotate around the outside and just keep clearing. And this is a good chance to catch up on money, so if you ever need ammo, you'll be able to hopefully afford it. But yeah, you just got to stay alive for a certain amount of time, and then he'll come back up, and you kind of repeat it again, but his weak spot will be a little different. All right, so now he just came back. It'll also give you a max ammo. And now it's the same thing. You're still going to be looking for weak spots on his shoulders. And that's going to be phase 2, the same exact thing, but now he's like red. Actually, I got a little bit mixed up. That's his mouth's the weak spot on this one, not his shoulders. So you're going to try to shoot him in the mouth. But if you don't shoot him in the mouth, it's still okay. It still does damage, but the mouth is really what you want because he's not taking much damage anywhere else now. After doing enough damage to his mouth, instead you get this phase where he has the yellow pods on his arms, just like the ones off in the distance. Once that happens, he's immune to all damage except for in those weak spots. After you blow up both his arms, you're going back to the shoulder phase, so just keep looking for weak spots in the shoulders and just keep hitting him in the shoulders or wherever. All right, after that phase, you're going to get to another one of these just survive phases. You're just going to run around the outside and just killing all the enemies and killing anything that gets in your way, and just trying to get any armor plates or ammo. Just keep, you know, stocked up and stuff and just wait it out. After when the next phase happens, what happens is he will have this like attack with like a blue electricity orb type of thing, and that thing can be a kind of a problem. So what we're gonna do is when it happens, we're going to try to get to the front and do mutant injector. Be careful not to hang out on the sides. He might smash you when he cuts this off. So what we're going to do here is he's going to do a blue attack. If you're in the wrong place, you can just go over here and get on a ladder while he does it. And then get back up. But what we want to do is we want to get up to the front. So we're going to jump down here. And get up to the front. And then the thing is here, if things go bad, we're just trying to use the mutant injector. Oh boy. Mutant injector. I thought he was slamming. Okay, well, he can slam on you there. You don't want that to happen. So we're just going to use the mutant injector on him. And we're going to aim for the blue things on the eyes. What you can do when he does this is you can hide behind this. If you don't, then the mutant injector is going to just be done as soon as you get to this point. But yeah, now we can just keep on fighting him. And yeah, you're just going to use this whole mutant injector. And then afterwards, you're going to hope that you have what it takes to finish him, because you're going to have to fight him normally after the mutant injector. All right. So I was able to get him. The second phase, I actually found out, and this is just me, it's kind of easier just to get it from the backside. And you just jump off the ledge right before it explodes, climb back up, and the explosion kills all the enemies behind up on this ledge. And then you just run back and forth on here till you're full HP. From the angles, you can kind of shoot his eyeballs. And if he ever goes down, you just jump off and climb up this ladder and then start shooting him in the mouth from the front. It's still not easy, though. But that's definitely the play, in my opinion, if you're having trouble with it. Was staying on the backside was just so much easier. It just took way longer. I was fighting him for like 25 minutes or something, but that's definitely a good way to do it. But then, yeah, you go over to this part up right here. It gives you an achievement. You get the quest unlocked, and it plays this cutscene. And then if it's anything like Liberty Falls, you get to continue or exit. And continue will let you continue on with the rounds if you want to keep going. Yep, just like Liberty Falls, you get this at the end. You can continue or exit. Continue, it'll do this. And then afterwards, it'll spit you out right here at the beginning. And it'll just give you these power-ups. Bunch of power-ups. And then all this, you can choose between random legendary stuff. You have a legendary ether tool. Epic ether tool. I mean, it might be random what you get here. You also can get the ray gun here from this map too. Brain rot ammo. I mean, there's all sorts of cool stuff if you do, get to do this. But yeah, that was it, guys. I hope that helped you out. If you were having any problems with the Terminus main quest, this video pretty much covered everything. And yeah, so hopefully that answers all your questions. And now you have a better idea of how to beat the Terminus Easter egg main quest in Black Ops 6.